What's going on, everybody? It's the Super Robot, and today we're going to talk about in-hand images from that grandiose fella named Notrab. If you know who Notrab is, he takes excellent pictures and good lighting, nice staging, and he posted these new pictures of the Studio Series Voyager TF1 Sentinel Prime on Weibo. And now these pictures are brought to you via TFW 2005. This is the Studio Series version, so this is going to be the more premium version, the more intricate version. The version that should be closer to looking like the animation in this case. I think he does. He always gives me that seeker look. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all goes, where's that? I know that. I know. But I'm just saying the way he looks to me, he gives me a seeker vibe and I like it. I would like for them to use this mold for other stuff, man. It looks good, man. I really do. But I do have my gripes about how the toys are being released, mainly in the Studio Series. And I'm going to sum this up like this. I guess, like I said, I don't want to go too deep into that part, but I know how Hasbro works. I've been doing this for 26 years. Many of you who are even YouTubers weren't born yet or were too young to really know the ins and outs of what it was like to collect. And I have to say that just saying that it's just when Hasbro wants to release it is not going to cut it. Because if you go back and look at all of the releases of the movies, yes, we did get a lot of the shovelware. And this is the jet mode, by the way. The thing looks nice. Yes, we did get a lot of shovelware, but a lot of, at least we have 4 or 5 intricate figures on deck. But you know how we split everything up into now Studio Series and Basic and this and Warrior and this class and that class kind of shuttered things. And it happened, I think, with Rise of Beast, where we got like the mainline versions of the figures, and then later on, we got Studio Series versions, and it was just a convoluted mess, and I see the same thing here. The release of toys just don't jive with me. I mean, I get it. It's your structure, but it doesn't make sense because, the movies, it's not out. I mean, when I say it's not out, it's on streaming, but it's not prevalent. It's not like, oh yeah, I saw that movie, now I need to go get it. That type of vibe. And they did lose that with this movie. I'm sorry. We only had 2 Studio Series toys, and that was the Optimus Prime, and then later on the Megatron. And then you had no Bumblebee, no Alita 1, Alphatron, all the other characters that showed up in the movie that people would love to see. They either came out in that shovelware crap or as older figures. Like we got some of the Authentics figures posing as TF1 figures. So yeah, Hasbro has a lot to do with I don't say the demise of the movie, because you gotta understand business. It's us core fans are not what Hasbro is looking for. They already account for our money because they know that we're going to go see the movies. We're going to go buy the toys. What they're concerned is the casuals. That's the real money, especially when it comes to movies. Because if every Transformer fan went to go see the movie, it's not enough. And that was proven because there's a lot of people that love this movie. I thought the movie was good too. It just, we weren't enough to solidify a sequel. And that comes from getting people in seats. Transformers had a big name. They had a good run from 2007 to 2023. 24 approved. Yeah, well, it's back to toys again. This is kind of like, I'd say 05 to 06, where 06 to 07. The Cybertron was over in 06. 07 was the movie. In between that, what did we get? Chug. And Chug was basically word of mouth. So let that sink in, y'all. But yeah, I don't like the release schedule. But I don't want somebody to tell me it's just Hasbro. I mean, that's kind of generic and basic. I mean, if I was asking a question, I would want a little bit more. So I'll give you more. No, Hasbro's release schedule is just, for this movie, as far as the toys, is abysmal. And you need to stop blaming other Transformer fans for the fact that, yes, Hasbro has a lot to do with this movie not getting, I think they have a lot to do with this movie not getting its legs. We can go through all the semantics if you want to, but I really do think that, yeah, overall promotion, the toys that were coming out. I mean, I reported on this stuff. There are a lot of people like, man, all we're getting is this, crap for 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds and rehashes of other figures. And even the slightly better figures are just, still hollow plastic see-through figures. And then all of a sudden we only got the Prime Changers. I forgot they were called Prime Changers, which I do have the Alpha Trion. That's actually a solid figure. Don't sleep on those Prime changers. They're very solid. And then, of course, we got in Studio Series Prime. And then after that, later on, we got Megatron. That's it. And then we got Prime as in the one system. I think we got B, a Bumblebee or B, whatever he's called. So at the end of the day, no. Stop blaming fans. Stop blaming Transformer collectors that don't like the movie. Blame the company that made the decisions of how they wanted this movie to be promoted, the toys were produced, and what toys were going to be available when the movie was out. Okay? That's that. But I think it's a fantastic figure overall. I do have him on pre-order. I will get him. I may review him. I may not, because reviews don't really do me well anymore. But overall, what are your thoughts? I think a lot of people who saw the Transformers 1 movie are definitely going to buy this. So I would say that most of the comments are going to be leaning favorably towards picking up this figure. I agree too as well. So this is Super Robot Ed. Bring you more news reviews to them. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Stop making mistakes, Ed.